alleged leaker quits White House in secret last night. Here's who he is. Just 3 short months into his job overseeing the messaging strategy for the White House, Communications Director Mike Dubke has stepped down. However, the resignation comes at a very questionable time. And even more suspect is the way Dubke went about his decision. Not only will Dubke be leaving amidst rumors of leaking sensitive information, but he'll be leaving Press Secretary Sean Spicer to carry the proverbial bags.
Experienced Republican strategist. He's told the US media he's leaving for personal reasons. He said it was an honour to serve President Trump, but he was brought in to revamp the West Wing, to revamp the communications strategy going on at that time. And as we've seen over the last few months, this is an increasingly embattled White House. And what we're hearing is amid his departure, there are rumours that there's going to be a bit of a shake-up amongst the communications team. Now, it's rumoured, and certainly this is what we're hearing from US media reports, that the Trump administration is considering the creation of a war room. Now, one of the reasons for this is because the allegation that Russia colluded with the Trump campaign during the presidential election is the scandal that refuses to go away. And certainly some within the White House feel it's not being dealt with effectively enough. So they want to create some kind of war room to deal with those questions and combat reporters' questions. Other considerations that we're hearing, certainly from US media reports, is that the press secretary Sean Spicer may give fewer on-camera briefings. There may be more trips in the US for President Trump where he'll take more questions and answers from reporters. So in other words, he's going to do more of the talking for himself.
It all seems to contribute to a sense of, I suppose, chaos, perhaps putting it unkindly, but you know what I mean.
I think when it comes to the last few months within the White House, they seem to be constantly on the defensive. It is a headline after a headline. In fact, just 2 weeks ago, there was a night where there was not a night where the White House was not dealing with another crisis. So you're right, it does seem to be a White House and an administration in its infancy, dealing with one crisis after the next. And perhaps they feel that it's time to deal with it more combatively. And certainly when you see some of the names that are maybe under consideration to replace Mr. Dubke, one of them is Corey Lewandowski, who has a more combative approach. So it might be interesting to see who they replace Mr. Dubke with, because that will give us an indication as to how this White House is going to act going forward.
Yeah, they're draining the swamp. That's why the guy's running. With that said, it's probably no surprise that Dubke chose to resign in secret just a day before President Trump embarked on his first trip overseas. It's still unclear what effect the departure will have on the reconfiguration of the White House press office, but counselor to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, told Fox and Friends that Dubke was fortunately never a member of President Trump's inner circle. I don't know Mike Dubke before he came on as communications director. I did not know him well, said Conway. Now we know why Dubke wasn't President Trump's first choice, and his own actions have proven why he's doing Americans a favor by quitting. If we can't trust members of our administration to be honest and forthright, they'll be helping the president drain the swamp with every resignation. It is our job as American citizens to continue spreading this valuable and telling information, especially when our president is working so hard for peace. Voters need to know the men and women in charge are not only on the level, but actually committed to doing their jobs. If not, we'll just have to keep shedding light on these shady choices. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, he figured he's going to get caught, so he said, let me get out before, SHTF. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.